It started. I got it. One minute.
And now at this time, if everyone could please rise for the Star Spangled Banner. And now our choir will perform Once Abba. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2018 Homecoming Coronation Ceremony. It is my honor to once again be your Master of Ceremonies for this year's festivities. I would like to thank the Homecoming Committee and Mrs. Sharp for inviting me to participate once again this year. At this time, I would like to recognize a few school district dignitaries that are in attendance today. Our board members who are in attendance today, Mr. Donald Marn, Mr. Daniel Tomeyer, and our superintendent, Mr. Joseph Spieshik. I would also like to recognize our 2017 Grand Marshal and Queen runner-up who are both in attendance today, Mr. Nicky Fenton, and Miss Emily Lesko. As Master of Ceremonies, it is my duty to share with you some of my thoughts and reflections about the homecoming tradition, particularly here at Wycliffe High School. As always, I would like to commend our homecoming committee on the outstanding work that they have done to prepare for this event and for all of the events that are part of Homecoming Week. I am once again in awe of their ability to transform the gymnasium into a setting that embodies the grandeur of this occasion. Additionally, I would be remiss if I did not recognize and thank our musical programs under the direction of Mrs. Pamela Graves for their invaluable contribution to the coronation ceremony. The soundtrack that they provide for this ceremony adds to the excitement, anticipation, emotion, dignity, and class of this event, and it is an inseparable element of the memories that this day produces for years to come. I would also like to commend our students for continuing to conduct themselves in a manner that is befitting of the dignity of this occasion year in and year out. Your continued interest in this event and continued respect for the decorum of it are what has allowed this ceremony to remain an important part of the homecoming festivities at Wycliffe High School and to go largely unchanged over the past 50 plus years when many other schools have seen similar events be scaled back or go by the wayside altogether. I have no doubt that you all as students will continue to display the utmost dignity and class during this time-honored tradition. So, for the past week or so, those of us who have been fortunate enough to be by the southeast corner of the building around 7 a.m. Have been witness to some of the most incredible sunrises that I've ever seen since I've been teaching at Wycliffe. The light just creeps up from behind the trees on the other side of the stadium, and it's been really amazing. So astonishing is this canvas of pinks, orange, reds, blues, and whites that it has actually caused several teachers who are entering the building around that time to stop dead in their tracks and just gaze at the spectacle. One such teacher, Mr. Purcello, was so moved that he pulled out his phone, took a picture, and tweeted out the picture with the caption, "Devil up." Didn't really think about that one too much. But anyways, I'm sure that the phrase has its own meaning for the football program. But for me, upon seeing the picture and the caption, I interpreted it as meaning this: the sun is rising on a new day in Wycliffe, make it a great day. I then started thinking about all the positive things that are going on at Wycliffe, and I thought to myself, it's a great day to be a Blue Devil. I'll say it again. It is a great day right now to be a Blue Devil. And homecoming is always a great day to be a Blue Devil, but it's a great time to be a Blue Devil. Just a few weeks ago, we celebrated our selection as the Ohio Lottery School of the Year. and Mrs. Graves' selection as that same organization's Teacher of the Year. Athletically, it's a great time to be a Blue Devil as well, as our sports teams are thriving and experiencing great success, with several individuals and teams achieving historic accomplishments on the field of play over the last couple of years. Co-curricularly, it's a great day to be a Blue Devil, as our traditional clubs and activities remain strong, and new clubs have popped up thanks to the effort and creativity of both the students and the advisors who have taken on the challenge. Academically, it's a great day to be a Blue Devil because of programs like Learn, Lead, Serve, Career and College Tech, PSEO, ECEC, and CCP, which are providing our students with more opportunities to build themselves, their community, and their future than students have ever had before at Wycliffe High School. Most importantly, it's a great day to be a Blue Devil because of the terrific students and the dedicated and caring teachers, support staff, and administrators that make this a great place to be. Now, you might ask, well, what does all this have to do with homecoming? Well, homecoming to me is about celebrating the pride that you have in your school and in your community, and clearly we have much to be proud of. For alumni, homecoming can often be about looking back on fond memories of a very important time in their lives. Years from now, I suspect that many of you will look back very fondly upon the great days that you had as a Blue Devil and the great time that it was to be a Blue Devil. And certainly, some of the most memorable times in high school are centered around homecoming. So have a great time at the game tomorrow, a great time at the dance, and make some great memories of your time as a Blue Devil. At this time, I would like to introduce our principal, Dr. Lyer, and ask him to come up to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Baylor. Welcome to the 2018-2019 Homecoming Coronation Assembly. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our friends, family members, and parents who were able to join us this afternoon. As been a tradition for many years at Wycliffe High School, it is my pleasure to tell you about and present the Apple Award for Excellence in Teaching. This award comes with the following description. For generations past, present, and future, the apple is an expression of respect, gratitude, and love for those special people who have helped guide us, shape us, and make a difference in our lives. That description perfectly defines this year's recipient. Although I have only known them and worked with them for a short amount of time, I know that they are a consummate professional and a true educator in every sense of the word. As I spoke to students about this staff member, this is what our students said. She, here's your first clue, she gets the best out of her students. She makes learning fun. She has a great sense of humor. She has the right mix of being strict versus being compassionate. And probably the best quote a teacher could receive, she is the teacher that I want to be like when I am a teacher. It is with great honor and pleasure that I award the Apple Award for Excellence in Teaching at Wycliffe High School to Mrs. Michelle Marcus.
Pretty hard to pick a better one than that. All right, at this time, as much as I'm sure you've enjoyed listening to myself and Dr. Lyer, we're going to get into what we are really all here for, which is our introduction of our Grand Marshal and Queen candidates. So starting with our Grand Marshal candidates, our first candidate for Grand Marshal is Bradley Dietrich. Brad Dietrich is escorted by Gabby Taylor. Brad is a member of the baseball team, National Honor Society, a scholar athlete, and a 2-year starter in football, along with being second-team All-Ohio punter. Brad wants to attend a 4-year college to study civil engineering in hopes of starting his own business one day. Our first candidate for homecoming Grand Marshal, Brad Dietrich. Our next candidate for Grand Marshal is Tyler Hassel. Tyler is being escorted by Sarah Weethal. Tyler is a member of the swing band, jazz band, swim team, culture club, and dance at Fine Arts. He has received the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, Scholar Athlete Award winner, and survived 4 band camps. Tyler would like to major in music education or visual communications. Our second candidate for Grand Marshal, Tyler Hassel. Our next candidate for Grand Marshal is Daenerre McRae. Daenerre is being escorted by Gabby Lima. Daenerre is a member of the football team, ECEC, attends classes at Tri-C, maintains a 3.7 GPA, and is a 2-year varsity letterman. He would like to go to college to study psychology, major in engineering, and minor in business. Daenerre has received an offer from Urbana University. Our third candidate for Grand Marshal, Daenerre McRae. Our fourth candidate for Grand Marshal is Isaac Petway. Isaac Petway is escorted by Jenna Rouse. Isaac is a member of the football and track teams, broke the school rushing record for touchdowns, was the first to make it to states 3 years in a row for track and field, and plans on attending the Blue-Gray All-American Bowl this winter. He plans on attending the Division I college to continue his academics and play football. Our fourth candidate for Grand Marshal, Isaac Petway. Our fifth candidate for Grand Marshal is Miles Robinson. Miles is being escorted by Joelle Banks. Miles is a member of National Honor Society, indoor and outdoor track, and learn, lead, serve. He has maintained a 4.0 GPA, ran a 52nd 400 in the 4x4, volunteers at ARC and volunteers at ARC Animal Shelter. Miles plans to attend Marquette University to major in exercise physiology and continue running track. He would like to become a sports medicine physician and motivational speaker. Our fifth candidate for Grand Marshal, Miles Robinson. Our final candidate for hired by Abby Baumgartner. Dallas is a member of the varsity basketball team since sophomore year, has steadily maintained good grades, and coaches elementary and middle school basketball players. He plans to go to college to be a forensic investigator or make a TV show with Sal similar to Impractical Jokers. Our final candidate for Grand Marshal, Dallas Zallers. At this time, I would like to recognize the parents of the Grand Marshal nominees who are in attendance. Mr. Robert and Mrs. Tracy Dietrich. Mrs. Sarah Call. Mr. Bryce Smith. Mr. Larry and Mrs. Kelly Waits. Mr. Damon and Mrs. Muriel Robinson. And Mrs. Stephanie Akers.